All right, everybody, welcome back to our AGDQ 10th anniversary broadcast, where we have the first of our original runners who ran this game 10 years ago at the original CGDQ. Sinister1 is bringing it back. He's playing Double Dragon. So, Sinister, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great to be back. It's great that this is happening. I'm super excited for this CGDQ redone and being the first runner to actually get to do my run over again. It's Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. I'm Sinister1. I'm here with L-Rock. L-Rock's going to be joining me on commentary. How are you doing, man?
Doing good.
Awesome.
Not as good as this run's going to be, though.
I hope
run's
so.
going to be sick.
So I almost didn't even do this run at CGDQ. I'm gonna tell a quick little story before we get into it. So for those of you that don't know, the original Classic Games Done Quick was supposed to be held at a larger event, which is called MagFest. That takes place at a hotel, standard kind of thing. But the internet there was very spotty, so they ended up moving the event to Maikuyama's home. And I was actually at the bar with at the time, he was a big YouTuber named Brentalfloss. He kind of did these video game music covers where he'd make up the lyrics and everything. And, he gets the message and he's like, yeah, they're moving into some guy's basement. I don't think I'm going to go. And I was kind of like, that's you kind of have a point there. But I was like, no, man, I'm going to this. I'm going to this thing, man. I want to do some speedrunning. I want to hang out with all these guys. And I'm really, really glad that I did. So I did go over and I was able to do my run. And if you're wondering why my run is in the middle of a Mega Man block, it is not because they were bad at scheduling in the first Classic Games Done Quick. It's because I said that I couldn't stay overnight at the first event. So they wanted to just make sure they could get me in before it was too late. So anyways, that's my little story time. So we're going to get into it. This is Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. And we're going to play on Supreme Master. That is, in fact, the hardest difficulty, which you do need to complete the game. There is a final boss that is not in Warrior difficulty, but he is in Supreme Master. So, L-Rock, if you want to count me down, and then we can get this thing started. Let's do it.
Ooh, responsibilities. Okay. Let's see. Let's start at 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So right off the bat, you're going to see that the main move here is this knee. It is a 4-frame window to do it. It's a little difficult.
It's really good. It's real good.
It's pretty strong. So that's why you kind of use it ad nauseum. I guess it's kind of like a lot of beat 'em ups, right? Like a lot of beat 'em ups, there's just one move that's super good.
Yeah, there has to be an overpowered move, or else it's probably not worth playing.
True.
Couple of things to note about knee. It is, as Sinister pointed out, it is ridiculously powerful. It does 4 times as much damage as the second strongest move, and I don't even know what the second strongest move is, just because the knee is just that busted. It does have
probably
one
the uppercut
downside. Well, 2, I should say. 1, it requires a setup. You can only do it out of a crouch. You either have to knock down or jump crouch. And 2, the recovery time on it is kind of long. So while you can consistently do it and loop them, sometimes it's just faster to do other moves. For example, you saw in those Williams in the previous section, Sinister did uppercuts. That's actually completely valid to do against them because uppercut recovers faster than knee, and it's enough damage to kill it. So sometimes you just don't need it. Pardon the pun.
Yeah. For the most part, you do want to use it, but there are times, and these enemies are a little weak right now. As the stages go on, they will have higher HP. So this guy, normally you would just fight him, but he actually has this death animation. He comes back to life. I'd rather just knee him off the roof and be done with it. That's the fastest way to go.
Yeah, his death animation lasts a good 4 to 5 seconds. And that's not including the time it takes him to wake up. So stage 2, here we have the rooftops. There actually is an intentional death here that saves a little bit of time, but for the sake of conserving lives, Sinister's not going to do it at this point. Climb down the ladder and proceed from here. Oh, scary jump kick. All right.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate RNG. That guy could have knocked me into the pit. There are no continues in this game. You once you're dead forever. So you really need to conserve your lives in a marathon setting.
It's the biggest aspect of the difficulty for sure. Helicopter here is fairly simple. You can't really interact with the bullets. It's best just to stay out of the way. Even if you get knocked down, that's fine, because you're not getting down one more. And the knees just gonna fall as drop out of the helicopter door. Move on here.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, that's swag.
Random cyclone.
Super swag. Like, this is how I jump off buildings.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Our first instance of bosses becoming regular enemies, we're going to have a couple of guys here that Sinister is going to have a setup from the center of the screen. He's open the landed. Nice cyclone kick. Got it perfectly.
That's bad. You don't want to let these guys get away. Once they get loose, it's bad. Oh yeah, see, this guy's just going wild now. So these guys can't duck, but once they get loose, it's real trouble. So.
And this is a thing I talk about continuously. For beat 'em up speedruns, one of the most consistent problems you'll see with the fact that enemy behavior is really all over the place. Helicopter here is pretty short stage. Sequentially, we hope to get a pretty consistent build here. The door is going to be a big part of that. It causes conveyor belt mechanics to occur. We're going to have a couple of these bolos here for a boss.
I got to duck. So that's the big thing in this game. The enemies can duck. It causes quite a bit of problems, unfortunately. Oh, I couldn't quite get him out the window.
Back to enemy behavior being what it is. Yeah, normally you want to get 2 cycles of the door, where the door only has to open and close twice, but they were kind of on their own nonsense there. Another place we'd be taking intentional death for RTA runs, but again, conserving lives. This one actually, I think, saves the most of my time. I think seconds for this intentional death.
I mean, it basically just locks in the enemy RNG, so that those guys, which they actually behaved strangely enough, I actually got good luck there. But those first 3 enemies can really, really troll you quite a bit. But if you take the death, they just get frozen, and then you spawn like right next to them, and you can beat them down.
So for mechanic swap here we've got another stage we're going to be moving just to the sides, similar to what we saw with the helicopter. You can get free knee setups here by jumping into the ceiling, which interestingly, even though the ceiling looks like it has spikes, it doesn't do any damage to you. We also get to exploit off-screen enemies and just go to town on them here.
Yeah, you got a sneak peek. That was Arnold. Oh, I got the worst pattern. Cool.
Yeah,
gonna get hit again.
These falling spikes are random. Not much you can do about them. There's not even a global timer to it as far as we know. It's just they're either going to hit you or they're not. Usually they do. I don't think I've seen a single run where someone didn't get hit by one.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
Nice Lindas. Ooh, that William tried to get away.
He tried.
I saw him duck. He got up just in time to get hit.
Dang it, now he did get away that time. He's running away. He knows, dude. He knows. He saw what happened to his friends. He's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm out of here.
Like the last dude in Kill Bill. It's like, no! Got my sword and send me on my way. Little conveyor belt business here. The interesting thing here is you can go along the top route and just jump and immediately go in the door, but it actually is the same amount of time to go bottom and then top due to how the conveyor belt works.
For a little quick, she came out up top.
For a little quick section here, I'm actually going to go into another quick story from one of the Games Quick founders, Michael Yama, who actually did some research on the name of the knee as it was presented in the Japanese version. The translation of the move actually translates to Exploding Demon Dragon God Kick. And if that doesn't tell you how powerful the move is, then I really don't have another story to tell you. Short platform.
It's a pretty good name. It's pretty good.
The best name. I would not want to do any other move if I had that move in my arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, just the name alone. Even if the move wasn't good, you would still just do it because of that. Alright, so taking care of those guys. Yeah, sometimes those guys can duck, and you do not want to get thrown off the edge by them, because obviously that's a death. But thankfully that didn't happen, so I was able to maintain my lives. Of course, these guys have weapons. They don't drop their weapons unlike some of the other enemies, so I just kind of have to take them out one at a time, eventually. Yeah, they have a lot of HP.
Eventually.
There we go. At least one of them should be dead. There we go. Okay, maybe both of them.
Onto the tank.
And the train. Alright, so we got some RNG. Oh, that was almost good RNG. Not quite though. Alright, that's okay. The main thing is we just want to take care of Arnold. Keep him up top.
It's a tricky bit of business, because if you knock him off and he doesn't...
he ducked.
If you knock him off and he doesn't die, then you actually basically have to go chase him. Which is annoying. Ooh, give it a shoulder too. What is this guy on right now?
Yeah. So I'm going to take my first and only intentional death of this run, so that I can spawn at the top of the platform here and get iframes. So I can jump get right through that section every time. Doesn't matter what pattern you get there, you're good. So
Yeah,
that's a very, very good intentional death.
it's a good one to have, and it's one of probably the only instances where I've heard of intentional death being a safer strat than not taking the intentional death. If you don't, then you mess up your jump cycles, and it's not good. You want to take that one for sure. 'Cause this stage is tough enough as is. This stage is probably the most well-known casual killer in this game, just because of how the platforming is so weird, especially for first-time players. And of course, your jump input in this game requires both buttons. That's not intuitive.
Yeah, not easy. Sometimes you just
gonna make this
punch.
look easy though.
Oh, you jinxed me, man.
Commentator's
We
curse.
got to start over again. Gotta start over again.
But you didn't die.
I didn't die, thankfully. That's the most important part, actually. But I was a little too aggressive on the jumps there, trying to get to the door fast. You know, it is a speed run after all.
Truth.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're on to the hardest stage. So this is the stage that I'm most scared of in a run. It's stage 7. There's just so many places you can die. So many things that can go wrong. Even this first room you could die. Like, okay, that's one.
It's a pretty brutal mix of enemies and traps. These rooms have the floor constantly de-escalating.
Oh boy. Oh, come on.
Please. Oh wow.
There we go. All right. Now the next room's the scariest one. Just gotta be really careful in this room.
Of course, there's this death animation we were talking about from the first stage that we never got to see because he fell off the cliff. Nice damage boost.
No, dude. Okay, that's really bad.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna wait here. That's very, very bad. Oh, this is bad. No, please don't let this happen, my god. Alright, I need you to be quiet for right now. I gotta really concentrate. I missed my first cycle through here, so I need to just be super patient. Still on 0 lives, so this is like the worst case scenario of all the things that could have happened. This is the nightmare. Okay, made it through here.
Dynamite.
But there are still more stages that I could easily die. So even if I survive this stage, now it's like being on 0 lives. I am really in bad shape here. And there's no coming back. Like I said, if you game over, it's all done.
There's going to be a number of stage strats we're seeing here. This room is at least consistent. Enemies doing what they do isn't consistent, but it's just a short enemy gauntlet. It'd be too hard though. They do have increased health by this point. Normally originally we could kill a William with just an uppercut, and now that's not. Ropers actually have a fairly diverse moveset for this game. And they duck a lot. A whole lot. Nice knee setups there. Back to the Arnold refight. He's been putting extra polish on that shoulder today.
Alright, so if I had 1 life, I'd be okay, but having 0 lives, I could die in either of the next 2 stages very easily. Okay, good. I need to like not get hit. It's become very important at this point because all the enemies deal a lot of damage. Oh, I got hit. Oh my god, dude, please. Ah, Jesus. Alright, this is really bad. Okay. And Arnold, of course. Yep. Yep. This is happening. I was trying to get a punch in on him. Oh my god.
Jeez, Polo, what did you have for breakfast today? Alright, the final room, probably the toughest assortment of enemies. We've got a couple ninjas, which Sinister actually did some great work there on. Very, very good. Now we're gonna fight the duplicate. The duplicate, I believe, has your exact moveset in every regard, except they don't have the jumping knee. They do have a standing knee. But with some well-timed knockdown setups and hits, shouldn't be question.
Thank God. All right, we got the final boss, guys. This guy is terrifying. He can just deal a ton of damage out of nowhere. So I really gotta not get trolled by this guy.
To go to a
This
little
is
bit
scary.
off the here, but Shadow Master, the best thing to do from what I've seen is just to get him off screen and just. That is tough, but give it a whirl. Got all the health back.
Thank God. Oh my God, that was so terrifying. And time. Wow, that was
Met
the most
that
terrifying
estimate.
run. Wow.
That 14 flat.
Hey, you
I
had
am
the
okay
estimate
with
of
that.
14
I completed
minutes.
the video game. Like, I was on 0 lives. That was the worst case scenario,
That
everyone.
was
Like,
terrifying.
my heart rate was jacked from that stage 7 onwards. Like, anything. You could just die so easily in this game, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Enemies smell blood and it's all bad. But
Yeah.
still great finish. That once you got to the ninjas in the final stage, that was.
I was on 2 health when I got to the ninjas, dude. I could
Yeah.
have been dead instantly.
Yeah,
Like,
there
that
was a
like-
lot. There was a lot that could go wrong, but it didn't.
Yeah, I could have easily been dead at any point from there. That was like, wow. Okay, so that was Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, guys. Now back to your regularly scheduled Mega Man block. Mega Man X and Mega Man X2, games where even if you game over, you can continue. It's okay.
That's true. All right, well,
Oh,
thank you
man.
so much. Thank you so much, Sinister1, for our first original CGDQ runner coming back and doing their run. So that was awesome. And thank you, El Rock, for the commentary. So,
Thank you, and thank you, Sinister, for having me, and GDQ for having me as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Sinister's the real star here, though. GG. Bravo.
Appreciate it. All right, yeah, keep watching, everybody. This is going on all weekend. It's going to be awesome.
That's all right. We'll be right back.